was lucky enough to be raised with parents that regularly told me that I was smart. I know some people aren't that lucky. They have abusive parents or parents that don't talk to them, or they don't know their parents, but I got lucky in that respect. However, telling kids that they're smart might actually be ruining their lives, and I'll explain why in this video. So this is a concept called growth mindset versus fixed. So I grew up with 5 brothers, and we all performed differently in academics. I was 2 grades ahead. My older brother was in the same grade as me. My younger brother was 2 grades behind. So we had the whole range of intelligence in our family. And like I said before, throughout elementary and middle school, I was regularly told that I was smart or that I was advanced. The problem came in sophomore year of high school when we moved from Tampa, Florida to Dallas, Texas, and I started a new school. Not only was what we were learning at this new school completely different than what we were learning in Tampa, but we were in a new location. I didn't really have any friends. And one of the teachers at this new school suggested I actually be held back and put in a slow class. And here comes the problem. At least when I was told I was smart my entire life, I thought that that meant I didn't have to work hard because things just came so easy for me. Then in high school, when the classes started getting more difficult, and academics mattered more, I spent all my time playing World of Warcraft instead of studying. So me, as a kid not knowing any better, I thought that I was dumb. I was wondering why my parents were telling me I was smart when all of a sudden I'd become stupid, I'd become dumb. And I lived like that for a year or two. My grades in high school were terrible. I ended up going to Florida Gulf Coast University after high school because I was so lazy. I applied to the only school that didn't require an essay to get into it. But then I found this concept of growth mindset versus fixed mindset. And if you haven't heard about this before, it's gonna change your life. Fixed mindset is what I was living before. That basically means that if you believe in a fixed mindset, you think that people are either smart or they're stupid, and there's no way to possibly change that. But if you believe in a growth mindset, you believe that anyone can get better over time by putting in the work and learning. And if you've watched any videos on this channel, you see how that's true. I went from learning nothing about cold email to building up this agency to replacing myself as CEO, building up this whole company, and now starting a production company. When I started cold emailing, I didn't know anything about sales. When I became CEO of this company, I didn't know anything about being a CEO, managing anything like that. But through the growth mindset, it's possible to do anything if you put the time into it. Everyone is stupid when they first learn a skill. The ones that we see as super smart or geniuses are the ones that have put in the time to learn what to do. There's innate skill or talent as well. Like some people are much better at playing the piano than other people. But with practice, even if you suck at something in the beginning, you can get to that level eventually. It's worth examining concepts like the growth mindset versus the fixed mindset, because what I've found is success in general is tricking yourself into working hard. That means using cognitive therapy like the Wobot video, looking at the words that you say to yourself and trying to change them around, reading business books like we talk about on this channel that will reshape your mind and make you think on a higher level, watching YouTube channels like this, listening to podcasts. It's about working on yourself, growing, and working hard rather than thinking in terms of smart or stupid. If you found this valuable, I would love if you would share it with a friend or two. We're trying to hit 100,000 subs this year, and every share counts. Also, if you want more motivational content like this, subscribe to the channel. I'd love to see you around. I'm Alex Berman, and thanks for watching.